find a young person with a mobile, either doing SMS or tweeting. Mm-hmm. So if we are able to change tact and also utilize now this new technology, we'll be able to reach them better and be able to communicate with them. Now, as an institution, we are changing tact as well, in the sense that issues that regard to information on reproductive health and family planning and population and development, we now are targeting the young people and stations and media houses that are run by young people to communicate with those young people. That's why in our programs you find that we have like the ghetto radios and all these that are targeting the various segments of the population. The young to speak to the young, the elderly to speak to the elderly, because that is the way we are able to do the modern business and take advantage of the technology that was not there before.
All right, just looking at this current political dispensation, one of the things that the Jubilee administration has done is to abolish maternity fees in public hospitals. But then we've seen an influx of now mothers going to hospital. In fact, now we need more doctors to handle that. And that spells back to the place of population growth. Mm-hmm. You've abolished the fees, but this has actually caused sort of a growth in the people who want to give birth. How are you sorting out, where do you draw the line?
Thank you very much. The initial problem was the constraint of the little fee that was in the facility, because according to the WHO standards, any expectant mother should be served by qualified health personnel. But most of especially the poor and in the rural remote areas, they could not be able to access the health facility for maternity care. And that had a lot of implications, in the sense that if there was a problem, then they will now end up arriving in the facility too late to be assisted. Now this bottleneck or hindrance that was there, the little money, has now been waived. But it is waived in the sense that now it is not the individual paying, the individual who is paying for it, but we are all paying for it because it's from our tax money. So it's one way, a good way of using our tax money. Mm-hmm. Now, and it is a healthy way in the sense that it's going to promote the survival of the child and also increase the survival of the mother. Mm-hmm. You know, Kenya's maternal mortality ratio has remained very high, and is one of the indicators that when we are in international meetings, we quote it with a lot of shame. Because when you have close to 600 mothers dying out of every 10,000 who are giving birth, that is a shame, because no mother should die giving birth. So the new maternity waiver fee is something that will help to reduce that maternal mortality, and also it will encourage provision of child and maternal health care in our facility, and that is good for reducing the mortality rate, and also in improving the health of the mother and the child, which is a goal within our both Kenyan constitution as well as the Millennium Development. Yes.
All right. Perhaps just a final word, very briefly. The United Nations Population Division estimates that of the 2.4 billion people who are projected to be in the world by 2050, about half will be born in the sub-Saharan region, which basically means the population will put pressure on the environment. What is the hope, especially for the country, looking at the resources that we have and looking at the growth rate? What is our hope?
A lot of hope, in the sense that we have to look at population as, first of all, as a resource.
Population as a resource.
Yes. If we look at it as a resource, and in sub-Saharan Africa, of which Kenya is part, you see the majority are young people. Now we only need to do one thing: invest in them and prepare them for that responsibility that is coming in the future.
Right.
Yeah, when you have abundance of resource, if we prepare them, give them education, equip them with skills, give them opportunities for income generation, then we'll have a massive numbers of people or resource that we can depend on. So if we change our mindset and look at them as a resource, we are fine. But the challenge comes.
Right. Challenge.
That we must, to invest in them, we need resources.
We need resources.
So that's why we have to attain their balance. I think that is now where we have to attain the balance.
All right.
Yeah, so we have to keep on asking those that are already there, those are our resource. But those that are yet to come, let us receive those that we are prepared to care for.
Absolutely.
I think that is the message.
All right. Thank you so much indeed. Of course, talking to Dr. Boniface Koyugi, who's the Director General, that is National Council for Population and Development.
Could I say one final thing, please? On Thursday this week, we are having a very important day, which we call the World Population Day.
Yes.
Since 1987, when we had the 5th billionth person born in this world, we have been celebrating a World Population Day every year. Right now, the population of the world is about 7.2 billion. Now, the United Nations General Assembly set 11th of July every year for us to celebrate the World Population Day, so that we can be able to bring to the attention of the general public and the government and all stakeholders that population is an important factor in development.
Right.
So we'll be celebrating our World Population Day on the 11th at the grounds in Kangemi, and you are all welcome.
All right. So thank you so much indeed. We totally appreciate it. Okay, so just to wind it up, of course, we told you about the Do It Now series that will be happening here on the Power Breakfast. And of course, we've had it for a couple of days. That place where you tell yourself, I'm going to kill procrastination forever. There is a thought for you to send an SMS, to go for an interview perhaps, to reply to an email. Instead of telling yourself, I'll do it later, you tell yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now. And perhaps there was a time back then when you sat down and told yourself, do it now. And when you did it, it changed your life. We want to get that story, a short story. You could always send that to the Power Breakfast Show. That's Facebook page, Power Breakfast Show. Post it there and we will sample some of them. We have one story here, a very quick one as we wind up. This is Harrison Nyagoa. Says, the decision to start my master's program. All right, I did not have the cash ready. I had not applied, did not have the invitation letter, but I had decided it is now. 1 week later, I was in class, studying. Now, this makes the difference between me and those who still say, later, I will. Wow, Harrison just decided, do it now. I'm going to go and register and start my master's program. And he is actually doing it. So perhaps there's something that you keep on postponing. You're saying, you know what, I'll do it at 2 p.m. today. I'll do it at 4 p.m. And you know very well that you can actually do it today and it can change your life. So we want your story so that we encourage people out there. Those are times you sat down and you did it. You said, do it now, and it changed your life. Send that short story to our Facebook page. Post it even now. The Facebook page, Power Breakfast Show. Power Breakfast Show. So I think for me right now, it's also time to say, do it now. We'll see you tomorrow as God wills. That's it for the Power Breakfast Show today.